This CSS tutorial is going to cover CSS class selectors. Now, CSS class selectors allow you to apply CSS styles to whatever HTML elements you specify. To show you how this is done, I'm going to take this simple web page that has 4 level 1 headings. I'm going to show you the code for this web page. Again, the 4 level 1 headings, and at the moment there are no styles applied to it. So this here is the default appearance of how it looks, from everything from the font size, the font family, and the color of the text. Now, let's say for example that I want the color of the bottom 2 headings to have the color of red. I'm going to use a class selector to do that. Now, class selector in the style sheet is began with a dot, and then it's followed by the class name. Now, the class name can be whatever name you give it, and the class names should begin with letters, numbers, or the hyphen symbol. I'm going to give this class name the letter of color, or better, text. Again, I want to change the color of the bottom 2 level headings to the color of red. Now, I want to apply this style to both level 2 headings on the bottom. So I use the class attribute within the tag or the HTML element that I'm trying to target. Now notice how I use the class attribute, and the value is in that attribute is the name of the class selector. Now, so what this is going to do is that whatever has this class name is going to have the color. The text is going to have the color of red. So in this case, the bottom 2 level 1 headings are going to have the text be the color red. I'm going to refresh the page, and notice how the bottom 2 level 1 headings now have the color of red. Now, say for example that I want to specify that only level 1 headings have the color of red. I can do it like that simply by putting the type selector followed directly by the class name, which is began with the dot immediately after the type selector. And as you notice, there are no changes. Now the reason for doing it like this is because let's say for example that you have a level 2 heading, and that has a class attribute with the value of text also. Now by default, the color of this level 2 heading should be black, and it is. And the reason is because this selector specifically applies this style to this H1 element and not to the H2 element. However, because they both have the same name, if I were to not include the H1 selector before the class name, anything with that class name is going to have the color is going to have the text be the color of red. So in this case, all 3 headings that are on the bottom, both level 1s and the level 2 heading, is going to have the text be the color of red. And notice how the color of the level 2 heading is now red.